Hey everybody, it's Marshmallow here. I'm visiting my Girl Meets World Season 3, Episode 6 review? 7 review? I don't know, I haven't been keeping up with how many episodes there have been so far, but I'm pretty sure this is Episode 6 review. I already made the thumbnail for this episode for my review 2 nights ago, so I should know what it is, but I don't. So anyway, this is going to be my review. This is the Girl Meets True Maya, so we're going to be reviewing that episode. Quick update though, the reason why it looks kind of different the way I've set this up is because the thing that sits on, that my tripod sits on, is not in this room. It was taken out of this room, so I'll get that back. But anyway, other than that, oh my gosh. Other than that, we will get to the review. Also, another update is that Comic-Con is this week. Oh my gosh, there have been so many awesome things already, even before Comic-Con, that have been released, like concept art and photos and things like that. So Comic-Con's already been a big deal, and it's going to be an even bigger deal when we get closer to the panels, and oh my gosh, it's going to be super exciting. Surprises that they're probably going to pull out for Comic-Con. Stuck in the Middle is going to be having episodes every day this week. They've already had tons of episodes released, but since Comic-Con comes first, obviously that will always come first, Stuck in the Middle videos might not come till later. So just saying, because I'm going to have a lot of Comic-Con videos probably coming out, because we got Flash, Supergirl, Arrow, we got Legends of Tomorrow, we got Gotham, we've got Powerless, we've got, well, not Powerless, sorry, we've got, no, isn't that what it is? Powerless, we've got Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad's probably going to do something, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is probably going to do something, like, maybe not Spider-Man, but like, Doctor Strange is probably going to do something. There's just so many things there that there's probably going to be tons of videos that I'll have to do. So yeah, but I'm still going to do Stuck in the Middle, just not right now. So, okay, everybody understand that? Okay, good. So this episode, Girl Meets True Maya, was actually pretty great. There were some great things about this episode. There are some things I need to have improved into a personal standpoint. We were talking about the side stories. If you don't know what a side story is, obviously every week they have like the main story with like, you know, Lucas and Maya and Riley and all that. And then when they have the side story, which is usually Topanga, Ava, Augie, you know, those storylines, right? And then sometimes they won't have a side story, they'll just blend everything together. This week's side story was actually pretty interesting. I liked having Dewy back. But we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about the main storyline first, which is Maya, vandalism, what's going on with all this. So, yes. So, obviously, when the synopsis was revealed, tons of people jumped to the conclusion that Maya has gone off the deep end. You guys know that. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. There was an episode just like it for Boy Meets World with Sean. Sean spray painted a brick wall or something. I don't know, some kind of building. I don't know. I can't remember. That was a long time ago. That was like the Mr. Turner episode, I believe. Like one of the Mr. Turner episodes where Sean and him, so, you know, that episode, that's kind of paying homage to that, but it's like kind of referencing it. If it was truly going to be that storyline, then Sean would have been in this episode. It wasn't that. They put their own spin on it, which is why Sean wasn't in this episode. I feel like if Sean was in the episode and they did like the actual storyline, that would have been what would happen, but they didn't do that. So, you know, they kind of did their own spin on it, which is good, and Maya actually didn't go to Sean's level. Well, she kind of did. I mean, she did spray paint a wall. Well, actually 2 walls. But she didn't, you know, she wasn't off the deep end like Sean was in that, in that episode. I thought I had something bite me or something, in that episode. So, to me, they did their own spin on it, which is actually pretty cool. So let's talk about it. So, they did the whole reference to Pompeii, like it's like a thing where it's like, okay, well, what's it called? Is it an analogy, or is it like, what is that called? You know, when they do a thing that's like similar to that thing, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's an analogy, but I'm not really sure. But they use that thing where it's like every week they have a whole life lesson. I liked the life lesson this episode. I liked that Maya was Pompeii, like the volcano from Pompeii. That was pretty clever. I actually kind of like that. Usually the side stories aren't, or not the side stories, usually the life lessons aren't that great. But this week's was really cool because it's like Pompeii, the volcano, all that. It was really nice. And then when Maya, you know, when it did come to being that volcano of Pompeii, she did not erupt, she didn't destroy the park like those 2 girls wanted her to, her old friends that she had met up at the park. And I loved that we actually went to a new location this time in Girl Meets World, because there has not been a lot of new locations as of recent. So I liked that. Now, what I've been saying about the side stories, and we'll talk about that in a second. What I've been saying for the side stories is that they need to go to new locations for the side stories. So this week's side story was about Dewy apparently stealing candy because he didn't know it was you had to pay for candy, which is weird, because it just, like, sat out there, so he just took it all for free for a whole year. So Topanga was actually kind of mixed up into that. You know, obviously she is an attorney. I guess that makes sense. But it's like, really? I'm surprised I didn't go to Dewy's parents first. So I don't know. That was kind of weird. But what I would have liked to seen is for them to go into the candy store and actually visit it. That would have been really interesting, and it would have been a new location, because we've been talking about how Topanga needs to get out of the house. She needs to do something more productive for the side story, and just staying in that little apartment is not productive. I mean, obviously, it's the house. I mean, every Disney Channel show has the house, like Good Luck Charlie, Wizards of Waverly Place. Although, no, well, Wizards of Waverly Place, they actually went to different places. That's a Raven has the house, so every Disney Channel show has the house setting. But Girl Meets World abuses it. They use it way too much. They need to get out of the house. Because it's just really suffocating. I can understand, like, if it's like Good Luck Charlie, that's just like a bigger, wider house. This is like a tiny little apartment. It's just like suffocating. Like I said, it just brings down the side story, so I don't like it. And also, we need to get rid of Augie's storylines, unless they're going to be interesting. This one was interesting, so that's what I liked about it. So, A+ for that. Again, I would have liked to see them go to more locations, although they needed to kind of wrap up the side story. The side story cannot be too long, so I understand why they didn't go, but they just need to find ways to do those side stories, right? Or just not do them at all. But yeah, so that was my side story review, and then the main story, of course, we talked about that. With Maya getting in trouble, although she didn't get in trouble because of the whole Hope thing in the park. She's still vandalized, but I guess they let it slide, the cop let it slide, and I like how we also got the cop in there as well. So I guess he just let it slide for this time around? I don't know. But overall, I liked this episode. And again, both Rowan Blanchard and Sabrina Carpenter, really great job this week, again, as always. And I like Farkle, of course. I really like the part where it was like, Maya was like, I'll tell Smackle, and then Farkle was like, I'll tell Smackle. Like, that was hilarious. So there's just fun things in this episode, and I really like it as well. But again, nothing too exciting for this week. I don't know what's going to go on for next week. I want to see more of the triangle. I want to see, where is Girl Meets Snow, or where's Girl Meets Ski Lodge? Where is that? Where is that episode? Like, is it coming up? I have no idea. If you guys know, comment down below. Before I go, update, oh my goodness. All of my Descendants videos that have been coming up recently, I have 3 that have just been my recent Descendants videos for Descendants 2, have all reached over 1,000, I believe, over 1,000 views. Oh my goodness, so you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for doing that. If you guys would do the same thing with this video, we'd be friends. We'd be friends. So just don't forget to remember to do that. And then also go check out my Descendants videos. I did 3 that are really interesting. I did the teaser breakdown, I did my theories, and then I also did my Ursula's Daughter Confirmed video. That's the most popular. So go check those out. Other than that, links are there to my other Girl Meets World videos, links in there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, blog channel, and gaming channel. Other than that, like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.